Hey guys, today I wanted to do a video on a topic that I know a lot of us as gamers have strong feelings on, and that's used video games. More specifically, the impact that used video games have on the industry. Now, I do buy used games, but majority of the time I'm buying new games, especially for the lesser known titles and the smaller developers out there that make great games. For instance, Monster Tale for the Nintendo DS, made by Dream Rift. It's published by Majesco. But it's a great title. Not a lot of people know about it. And if they do know about it, it's through word of mouth. And I bought this game new, and I'm glad that I did because I supported a great game. Sometimes I have no choice but to buy a used video game. Take for instance, Tales of Vesperia for the Xbox 360. I waited a few months after this game was released to purchase it. I wanted to buy it new, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Like, I could not find this game anywhere brand new. So I walked into a GameStop one day and I saw it sitting there used, and I bought it. It hurt because I really wanted to support Namco Bandai. I like the Tales games, but you know, I couldn't find it new. And I really wanted to play it, so I had to purchase it used. Now, I totally understand those of you out there that buy used video games because that's the only way you can buy video games. You're not less of a gamer because you buy used games rather than new games, but gaming publishers and developers, they tend to think differently. You know, they're taking a stand. They are definitely taking a stand, and they're going through these different strategies to try to basically prevent used video game sales in this industry. But can we really blame them? I mean, games have come a long way. It takes a lot of money to make the amazing titles that we're playing nowadays. So I can see where these gaming companies are coming from. I understand the reason why they want to prevent used game sales. I get it. But I also get the other side of the spectrum. As a consumer, I don't want to feel nickeled and dimed, and you know, I want my money's worth. I understand both sides of the story, which leads me to the reason why I'm doing this video. Now, earlier this week, Resident Evil The Mercenaries 3D was released for the Nintendo 3DS, and prior to the release, Capcom announced that this game was only going to have one save file, and you cannot delete any of the data from that save file. It sounds horrible, right? I mean, that's just crazy. But it's really not that bad considering the type of game this is. I've been reading customer reviews on Amazon and other websites, this game has just gotten a lot of hate. It's gotten a bad rap because Capcom is trying to implement a strategy that other companies use to prevent used video game sales. Granted, you can't delete any of the data from the one save file, but this game has no story whatsoever. I don't know if you guys know that, but this game does not further the fiction in the Resident Evil series at all. This is basically Mercenaries mode from Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5. It's score-based. You know, it's a score-based game. There's unlockables, you unlock new characters and other things like that, but there's no real single-player mode, okay? That's just Mercenaries. That's all it is. But I guess it became a big deal because GameStop said they weren't going to allow trade-ins for this game because of the fact that you cannot erase the previous owner's data. And then they reneged and they said that they were going to allow trade-ins for this game. I don't know what's going on, but I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. Capcom is not the only company that's taken steps in preventing this used game market in the industry. I mean, take EA for instance. They have their whole online pass, which is basically if you buy a used EA game, okay, that has online multiplayer features, you won't be able to access those features if you don't have a code. Alright, so if you want to play anything online with other people, you have to pay, I think it's $10 in order to do so. And I'm sure there's going to be more things that come up like this in the future because these game companies do not benefit from used game sales. So at the end of the day, I don't know who's being selfish. I mean, is it us as the consumers because we feel like we've been done wrong and we want our money's worth? Or is it Capcom and other game companies that are taking these steps and using these strategies to prohibit used video game sales? I mean, are they being selfish because they want to make money back because they want to reap the benefits? Or is it just a little bit of both? Are we all being selfish? Who knows? I don't think there's any reason for all the hate and confusion revolving around the Mercenaries 3D. It's basically, as I said, Mercenaries mode from Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5, but it's portable. It's on the go, and that's pretty cool. I mean, if you enjoyed those modes in those games, then you're gonna enjoy this. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I heard a lot of you guys saying you're gonna boycott this game because of the whole issue with the one save file and you can't delete the data. And I really think that's a horrible issue to boycott the game. Boycott the game, don't buy the game if you're not into the Mercenaries mode. Don't buy the game if you're not into the Resident Evil series. Don't buy the game if you don't like the controls that the Resident Evil games have. It's that simple. So hopefully this video cleared up some of the confusion that's going on behind this game, and it also gave you guys a chance to see how I personally feel about used video games. As always, I would love for you guys to leave a comment, or better yet, a video response. Let me know and everyone else know how you feel about the used video game market in this industry, where you think it might go in the near future. And if you have Resident Evil, the Mercenaries 3D, let us know how it is and how you feel about this issue that's going on. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll check you next time.